What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we picked up a Tesla style radio for the truck. We ended up picking up a Tesla style radio for the F150 from rhinoradios.com. We'll go ahead and put a link down below. It's not sponsored or anything like that. We bought it with our own money. It's actually it seems like a decent quality radio. Did yours have this giant box in it?
Yes.
Okay. So, I guess we'll go ahead and take it out and go from there. Apparently it comes with gloves. So here's an overview what's in the box. Obviously comes with white gloves, so I guess we'll use them. Comes with these trim removal tools, which is kind of nice. Kind of instructions, maybe. It just kind of tells you what everything is. A little checklist of, I guess, all of the stuff that's supposed to be in the box. Something to wipe the screen down with. And all of your connections. So, I guess we will... Oh, okay. One of these says Mustang High Connector Line. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll kind of just start laying this out and try and figuring out what's what. Because I'm not the expert on this, and it's been almost 2 years since the last time we did a Tesla style radio, so I guess let's get started. Alright, so now that we're inside of the truck, we have to go ahead and take out our factory radio. Mine has the, I think it's Sync 1, which is the little 4-inch screen and the manual AC. If you're ordering a radio, make sure that you either have the manual or the auto that matches whatever radio you buy. Because they're programmed differently. So I have the manual AC, which means I don't have like the dual climate zone whatever stuff. So I think most XL and XLT trucks have this type of radio, which is most of you guys. So I guess let's go ahead and get started. The only real tools that you need is a 7mm socket, because there's two little bolts up here that hold the radio in, and the rest of it pops out. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. You just got to be careful with getting this up. I'm actually going to use these tools that they provided. I have my own, but let's see if we can pop this guy up. Like that. So there's 3 clips that pop up there. And then you can see there's the two 7mm bolts. I don't know if you guys can see that or not because it's kind of dark. You don't have to take this off because there's a speaker up here. You just have to lift it up enough that you can get those 7mm off. So let's go ahead and get these 7s off. Alright, now that those are off, the whole front face of the radio is just held in by these push clips. So just carefully pull back, and this whole thing should just start popping out. Alright, just like that. And then, oops, make sure you don't hit your emergency button. Then you can take these clips off that are kind of hard to see from this angle. Alright, so to take these off, there's like a little clip thing on the side that's right there. You guys can kind of hear it. Just push that in and then they pop out. I can get my fingernail on it. Maybe. This one's being a butthead. Seriously? There we go. And this looks like there's a little button there that you can push, and then same with this, and then that pops out. And there's your radio. Alright, so now that the radio face is out, we have to undo these 4 bolts, take the little 4-inch display out, as well as these down here, and take the CD player out. And these are also the same 7mm. Alright, and there is one plug back here.
That one has a lever.
Does it?
Yeah, swings back. Like it. Yeah.
Yep. Alright, take that out, set that aside. As in the back seat of the truck. I don't think we have to take this out. That plug. That plug. I think this is...
It's the antenna.
The antennas? There we go. Alright, so there is the pit of F150-ness. The next thing we have to do is take out these buttons that Anthony had already taken out. Just basically grab them, and there's clips on the side like that. So they're in there, you just kind of pop them forward and you can pull them out. Those have to be transferred over to the new radio, which is in the back seat somewhere. So obviously, just pop that in.
This one didn't go in to either of these ports. This one went in fine. There are, I guess you can say it, they're keyed to a specific port. So this one was keyed correctly. This factory unit did not have the correct key for this switch. So we basically just had to shave the pins down that lock it in place, and then it fit like this now. So it's not going to come out. It's locked in place, and that's it. That's all you got to do.
Alright, so we found kind of a major issue with this radio so far, that it did not have the passenger airbag cover in it. I'm not sure if they're supposed to come without them, or ours just didn't come without them, but I literally had to take my old radio apart just to get that little piece and move it over. I mean, Anthony can kind of explain, because he put it in while he disassembled this while I disassembled the other radio.
Basically, there's two screws here, and that's all you need to take apart. They're just two tiny little black screws. And then once that's up, you can lift this up, and then this circuit board, which has your LEDs in it, has two screws. You just need a small Phillips head screwdriver with a sort of long neck, and you can fish it in each side and get to those screws. And then plop in the little plastic piece that's down below, because you have to go through the back. It's too wide for the front. And then put it all back together. Alright guys, so as you can see, we kind of jumped ahead a little bit. We went ahead and tracked where our wires need to go, because it does get a little confusing in the beginning. But this one was good enough to provide a example, which is a little bit better than nothing like we had for the Focus.
Alright, just in case you guys don't get one of those.
Yes, so these two wires here are for your main power. They'll go from, where is it? These two down below, we have your rear view camera. This adapter plugs in here. So these are your rear view camera adapter. This plugs into, that one's just labeled camera, so the rear view will go into that. This will get planted, so like that or like that, just like that. This will get planted in here, and then you just slide that to lock it. These are the power wires down below. Alright, so this is a wire that used to have a hard outer shell. It's a little plastic. We cut that off because you will need to mount these close together, as you can see. So you'll need that flexibility. OBD2 line that goes in. That'll show up all your data from the car. In this truck, you actually have to plug it into the OBD port down below.
As I fall out of the truck.
Yep,
So what we did, we plugged it in here, which is kind of hard to see. Plugged it in, and then routed it under the dash, and then zip tied it up, ran it through.
Zip tied it together, clean it up. The next thing that we have is the USB. Originally, the USB stuff would run into here. Go ahead and bypass that by, there it is. You just take this off, it runs up here, it runs down and plugs up here. You'll unplug that, and let me see if I can disconnect it real quick. These two are little USB micros or whatever. They plug together, lock in place. Super simple. There is another USB that you can plug in, just jump drives or whatever. That's ran into the glove compartment.
That's the same harness.
It's the split right here.
The USB, the one that's labeled USB.
You have your which one was this one? Was this?
So the blue is the GPS antenna.
That's GPS. So this is the GPS that runs wherever you want to put it. Right now it's just stuck up here. We're going to see if it works just to hide it there, or we can run it onto the dash. The next one is going to be your antenna. The factory antenna will plug into this harness, which then has a more typical old school style, which will plug into that port right here. And to get everything just running and set up, that's your basic install right here. There is more stuff you can do. Like he said, there are more cameras you can set up. There's video outputs you can set up. There's a bunch of stuff you can do.
RCA outputs if you wanted to, hook up like a DVD player or a PlayStation or something stupid like that.
There's a DVR that you can record everything. So yeah, it's got a lot of options you can upgrade with. And then on top of that, to finish everything off, you have your factory switches. Those will be up top. So this line here is your satellite radio feed. This isn't used. I'm not sure if there's a way to get that for this unit. There probably is, but as of right now, there's no connector for this to go in. So we're just going to tuck it away.
I don't think I've ever used the satellite radio on this truck.
Yeah, some people like satellite radio, and some people don't care. So I guess it's whatever you want to do about it. Alright guys, so we already told you that you needed to scavenge this passenger airbag light to finish this. You also need to scavenge the clips that go onto the radio to attach it to the car. So what we'll do is just take them off. It's really easy with a little flathead screwdriver, tiny little one. Pop them out and put them onto this new radio. I'm not really sure why they couldn't just do it themselves at the factory.
I'm wondering if we just got like a dud of a freaking radio holder.
I don't think so. I think that's just how they send them cheaply. Like, I really don't understand this one, because you actually have to take the unit apart, sort of, to actually put this in. I'm wondering if there's a copyright issue that they can't do that with, like a patent, actually. That's probably what it is. Alright, so that's all done. Making sure my wires are clear. Really hoping everything's good. And then let's go ahead and turn this on. There we go.
Hey, it's the truck I don't have.
Well, that was pretty quick.
Si las cosas del hombre son carnales.
Alright, so steering wheel controls work.
We're gonna get copyrighted if we continue to play.
So it does have the Apple CarPlay. So his phone's now linking to that. Let's go back. Alright, so that's set. Just gotta hold it down on the channel you want. Now this one's cool because you can actually type in the channels that you want. And it'll go right to it. So that's pretty cool.
Now keep in mind, Anthony has had one of these, or a form of one of these, for what, 2 years now?
Something like that.
I don't know anything about this yet, so this is why we're going to do a video later on going over everything and how to set everything up, because I don't know what I'm doing. Anthony kind of has a basic idea, because it's kind of the same-ish style as his.
This one's just a little bit more updated than mine. So, I don't know. What do you think of it so far?
So far, so good. Let's see if the RPMs and all of that, the backup camera and all that work.
There you go.
Why is it so dark?
It's getting dark out. It does have a what is that, an Aston Martin?
Yeah, I get it. Apparently.
I'm pretty sure the other one's a Focus, that one's an Aston Martin. You have an interesting truck.
Alright, so that wraps up the installation of the radio. Don't forget to put the 2 bolts up top, the 7mm bolts. We will probably at some point do like an overview on how to do everything and how to customize everything and what it all does and things like that. We'll probably put that in the description below. We will put the link to this exact radio down below as well if you guys are interested in it. Installation was pretty straightforward. Hopefully this video will help you guys out, because there really isn't instructions. There's just kind of a sheet of tells you what goes where. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.